More money than any of you have ever seen
Ha!
in your life.
I doubt that.
How much is the Rizzney estate worth now?
I'm gonna have to roll deception here.
So, you want us to come up with this plan while you sit on your ass and do nothing?
Talking to a 6'2" wood elf that is bursting out of his suit.
Yeah, this is a 5'6" dude that obviously has daddy issues or something.
Yes, and when I was 7 years old, my father told me the only one that will ever matter in life is you. And me, of course, but you. Carroll? Ron? Carroll?
The subject matters contained in this episode have been included in the video description. We here at Drunk Nerds and Dragons would like to thank you for joining in the adventure, but ask that you please drink responsibly. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Drunk Nerds and Dragons. Tonight, I will be your drunken master, Hayden. Today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different, if you haven't noticed by our apparel. So, I'm going to first go around to the table and introduce our wonderful players, starting over here.
Hello, my name's Cam, and I will be playing Zinthar Goldbeak.
I'm Geoff, and I will be playing Jag Harrison.
I'm Julia, and I will be playing Catherine Lichefield.
And I'm Rob, and I'll be playing Walt Rizzney.
And in the words of Geoff, I will be playing every other motherfucker.
There you go.
So, and we begin.
Cheers.
Cheers, actually. Yeah, I just forgot about that. First time for everything, baby.
Drunk nerd.
Drunk nerds.
Cheers.
Think, think.
So our story begins in the bustling metropolitan area of Oxbow, a major city that lies in the crook of a river that passes around it, known as the Vern River, here in the central portion of the country of Almania. It's a bustling town, and long gone are the days of magic and sorcery and knights and dragons. Instead, with so many years in the future, we have seen the rise of technology. Automobiles clatter across the streets. And why spend so much time learning how to do magic when you can learn how to use a gun in an afternoon?
Hell yeah.
Our scene starts. Our scene starts as we pan down a rustic-looking building. The weather is rainy as we hear the raindrops patter against the cobblestone streets. And we see a rather tall, wood-elven figure as he approaches a door. The doorman stops you, Geoff, and says,
It's raining, so I got my collar up.
collars up, and he says, "You have business here, eh?"
Well, why am I doing your voice? Well, I wouldn't be here if I didn't have business here, of course.
He looks to the left, he looks to the right, and opens the door to allow you in.
Do you want an autograph or some other time?
I mean, yeah, sure, yeah, sure. All right. Closes the door behind you. Geoff, you see in front of you a sort of a nice little speakeasy bar. Bartenders wiping down a glass behind the bar itself. And you see, besides sort of a large assortment of various humans, some at the bar, some at individual tables, there's an empty stage in front of you. But 3 other particular figures stand out to you, all sitting separately at different tables, maybe some at the bar. And something that you all have in common is that a week before now, you all received a letter that stated the following: "Are you ready to make some money?" And then, after that, listed a time and a place, the place being the Seven Boots Bar. That is why we are all here today. So, Zinthar, where are you inside of this place?
Let's see. So it's kind of like a speakeasy bar.
Yeah.
I want to be chilling, like, off in a corner, like, standing in the booth, not sitting in it, because I'm awkward and I'm kinku. So
Trying to reach just.
yeah, and it's like a can there be like a little, you know, like a little pail of corn nuts, and I'm just
Two humans sitting at a table nearby. They're sort of like side-eyeing you a little bit, but otherwise they're sort of maintaining their own conversation. Just be like, yeah, I wonder where the hell he's come from. I don't really understand what's going on here. This guy's a little freak over here. So yeah, you're sitting eating your corn nuts and everything. Julio, what's your character doing?
Catherine is sitting at the bar. She's by herself. She's kind of like hunched over and like brooding a little bit. I would imagine she would have like a mug of the most like disgusting, vile-looking beer you could possibly imagine. It's like black tar, and it's like bubbling, and it smells terrible, and everyone around her is just like repelled by it, but she's just sipping it like it's nothing, and no one knows what it is.
Yeah,
it's just a very strange brew.
Yeah, Amhouse's finest. Yeah, that's one.
Yes.
The black tar. It's a stout. It's
The champagne of beers.
The champagne of beers. It's a stout. Trust me, it's great.
Yes.
And probably one of the most odd pictures besides Jag over here, and that is Walt. What's Walt doing here?
Walt is probably at the far end of the bar, speaking. So there's a little in the booth, empty seat next to him. There's an invisible pen figure holding a pen and writing something down, and he's taking notes, and he's dictating his memoirs. And he's probably saying something like, "Yes, and when I was 7 years old, my father told me the only one that will ever matter in life is you. And me, of course, but you."
My lord, I believe that was when you were 8, but I don't mean to contradict.
Do not interrupt me, Chives.
Of course.
People only hear, the surrounding patrons only hear Walt. They do not hear the other voice. So it sounds like this crazy ex-millionaire is just talking to himself at a bar, which is within stride. So while this is going on, you see sort of like a lapelled figure, another human. He sort of like walks towards, let's see, you, Walt. And then he's kind of like a little further more in age. Not like as old as your father, but still kind of like a, not decrepit, but still, waspy old man. And he comes up and he's like, excuse me, sir.
Yes.
My boss will see you now. And he gestures towards this backstage door that is next to the stage to the right.
It's about damn time. Hold it down, Chives.
Of course,
Yes, sir, of course. Whatever you say.
And as that happens, as Walt stands up, the same man sort of walks to the rest of you and gives you the same sort of greeting of, my lord will see you now over there. And he gestures toward the back door.
I've just arrived. Do I have time to gather a beverage?
Well, of course. And he snaps his fingers really quickly, and the bartender nods and he says, looks you up and down and goes, and what do you want?
Martini.
He looks back and
Gin,
forth.
please.
He looks back and sees
Hold
only
the
sort of like only sort of like steins and stuff like that, and he goes,
how about I just bring it back there, all right?
All right.
It'll take me a minute. You have time to wait, elf?
If there's a way I could get you fired, I would. But I'm new here, so.
We'll see about that.
Okay.
he goes
You
back
have a
and
good day, sir.
goes back and tries to make you martini. Does not return the sentiment to you.
I will take an L if it's above your pay grade, my fine friend.
Take the L.
Shit.
I'll take an L and the L.
I overhear this conversation and I just chug back the rest of this disgusting drink. I'm like, what a fucking
He's also
asshole. And I get
he's
up
talking
and go.
to a like 6'2" wood elf that is like bursting out of his
Yeah,
suit.
this is a 5'6" dude that obviously has like daddy issues or something. I don't know. He's
don't
not
know
having
why
a
he
good
hates
day.
me so much.
So I guess you all make your way to the back. So you all enter into the space, and you see there's just one single sort of circular table, wooden table. And there you see past that is a man in a coat. He has sort of like darker colored curly hair. He stands not as tall as Jag, but just maybe like a couple inches shorter. And nearby is another table with a whole bunch of different documents. And you see on your right is just a couple lines of chairs of those sort of like not beautician mirrors, but essentially those mirrors where showgirls could stop after a show and just fix their makeup and things of that nature. And then as you enter and the door closes behind you, this man turns around and faces the rest of you. He looks to be about maybe 40, upwards of possibly 50. Sort of like grizzled, really like taut, muscular face. Like in a way, like some people in age, they kind of like their skin gets looser, but his skin looks like it tightened with age. Something very like chiseled,
So
granite.
he looks
looking.
like an old leather bag. is
Old
what you're
leather bag.
saying.
Yeah, he's very tightened
Too
up
much
and everything.
Probably likes his cigars.
Yes.
But he greets all of you with a nod and goes, "Well, how about you all have a seat?" And he gestures to the circular table.
How about you have a seat?
I'll stand, thanks.
Suit yourself, as you wish.
I'll take a seat.
I'll sit as well.
By the time you both sit, the bartender comes in, just basically like almost lazily drops your martini on the table and then walks out. If the rest of you wanted to order drinks, now would be the time
I'm gonna make a Constitution saving throw.
to not get drunk
No,
or not
to-
beat his ass.
I'm kidding, but
I will take one old-fashioned, please. Extra old.
Oh yeah, whatever you say, sir. On the double.
You say extra old and you just look right at this guy.
Bartender walks out to go prepare your drink, and the man in the coat sort of rests the tips of his fingers onto the table itself and just looks at all of you and just simply says,
Well, judging by your arrival here, it seems that you all have decided to take me up on that offer.
of course.
You may not be aware of me, but I promise I'm aware of all of you.
Well, of course. I'm quite famous.
For other reasons, Jag.
My reputation does precede me.
Oh, yes, the good fortune holder of the Rizzney estate. It is a pleasure you could make it amongst your busy schedule.
Of course, I'm always looking for investments and potential investments, I suppose.
This will certainly be the investment of your life.
Lay it on me. What brings us all here today?
Well, my friends, we're going to steal quite a bit of money. I'm sure you're all aware of a man that goes by the name of Leon Dufresne. And anyone that wants to can roll a history check.
Thank you. What is my
Would,
history?
would I have any interactions with
One.
Do
this
advantage.
person, maybe?
That's
Yeah.
advantage.
Advantage.
Let's
20?
go, dude.
Do we have advantage?
First roll of the
He has
game.
advantage. Okay.
Except
wait.
my fake Constitution roll.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I'm a bird.
You wouldn't be able to say anything anyways.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So
17.
17.
I rolled a 2, but
So there, two of you, and like you two aren't really from the city, so you probably wouldn't know him anyways. But obviously, the well-to-do actor and the well-to-do heir would both be aware of. So Leon is an elven man. He sort of is not a venture capitalist, but definitely a high-quality investor. He, over the probably about 15 to maybe 20 years ago, he sort of came out of nowhere and started to sort of shake hands with those that the wealthy and powerful in the city. And he is known for his crowning jewel, and that is his riverboat casino, known as the Austerite. Or as he would pronounce it, L'Austerity.
I imagine he would probably have been like a rival of sorts to my
If not a
family.
rival, I think you would know that Leon isn't in the business of making rivals, but more so making
bargains and moves and such.
Right.
He wouldn't try to fight you directly, but more so if there's any way you can both benefit, he would definitely take advantage.
More of a friendly competition.
Friendly competition, yeah.
Personal question. So Nat 20, cut of his jib. Like, what is he? A good guy? Bad guy?
You have not personally met Leon, but from what you've heard, gambling is illegal in the city of Oxbow.
Okay.
But one of his arguments to say the opposite is essentially, well, it's on the river, so it's not technically a land law. So that's his whole sort of thing. So
Okay.
you've only heard of him spoken in maybe not hushed tones, but more so like, oh, have you been to Austerity? Oh man, it's a crazy place. You know, it's awesome. He's like if someone opened up a casino in Vegas and just was like
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
Now I know the character
Okay.
that you're going
Yeah.
for here.
I needed to know for personal reasons, but you will see a trick of the eye as I've sat down at the table, and to all intents and purposes. But a standing me reaches out and grabs the martini and drinks it, and then actually sits down, and like you see this like weird phase effect as like I'm moving around.
Like
So I've not removed my pea coat since I've come in from the rain.
almost like the way that the hot summer sun sort of like fades and makes heat waves off of a black asphalt street. You see this kind of like shimmer of air around Jag as he sits down.
Exactly, and I drink my martini and kind of continue like.
The man in the coat sort of continues and he goes, well, one could say that him and I are old business partners. And I know he's come about some considerable amounts of wealth, especially with his properties there on the river. So the plan here is obviously to take as much as we can and forget nothing. But I've been quite rude, I would say, for I know all of your names and you don't know mine. My name is Richard Langley. History check if you want.
I would like to do a history check.
Question: can I take my nat 20 and like just half that to a 10, so I don't roll
sure, yeah, sure, go
poorly?
ahead.
Like I'll just take a normal.
Just take your 10. Just take
yeah,
your 10.
I'll take a 10.
16. Also, what was Leon's last name?
I'm not
Dufresne.
gonna risk it. Yeah, I have a plus 1.
Dufresne.
Whoa.
Dufresne.
I rolled a 9.
11.
It was a very high DC for that one. None of you have ever really heard of this guy.
Oh shit.
16
okay.
didn't get it?
Yeah.
16 did not get it. I'd be willing to tell you, it was a DC 20.
Ooh. Okay.
So he's a secret investor.
Yeah, I was gonna need another crit. No way.
But all of you, whoever wants to, can give me a perception or insight to try to sort of insight more about this fellow.
Definitely like a perception.
I feel like Walt already thinks he's got him sized
Hey,
up.
nat 20.
Walt would think that.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can.
He's met this type a
mirror you.
million times.
Oh.
Nope.
Nat 20.
Nat 20? Oh, shit.
I
All
got
right.
an 18.
The guy that can't talk to anyone and tell his insights
Yeah.
can do it. So
I got
18
an
and
18
what?
on insight.
10. Do you want new dice? I'll give you new dice.
No, I'm using the dice that they gave me.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's true.
I've just been rolling really fucking bad.
Just like
Dude,
roll
this
your
table's on
20,
fire.
20.
Yeah.
Y'all are killing it. I have that guitar thing.
There's some
for
magnets
the nat
under
20s.
the
There's gonna be a
table.
lot of them.
Hey.
So essentially, actually, this is very interesting that Zinthar would do this. Zinthar, you have kind of like you've been around. You have experience with nobles and especially the runaways and things of that nature. You don't get any of those vibes from Richard. Mr. Langley seems to be someone that is really cut from the streets per se. He doesn't look like he comes from money. He doesn't look like he's ever been around a massive amount of money, but still there's something about him that screams experience and almost not sinister, but essentially a very serious sort of vibe to him. Something that something that you almost can't quite place. There's a lot of history to this guy.
Okay.
But that being said, none of you kind of have ever heard his name spoken before. So one can only assume that possibly there's some criminal elements to him, obviously. And he takes a document out of his pocket and he places it, unfolds it onto the table. And there you see a rather crude drawing of the same sort of like top-down ship sort of shape, but layered over 5 times. this is what I was able to acquire in terms of the layout of the Losterity. As you can see, there are 5 different ship decks to it. The very lowest being the dining room, the theater stage, as well as the kitchen. As you rise to the 2nd floor, that's where the casino lies. Many different card tables. And as you see by the stern here, that's where the private gambling room for Leon and all of his well-to-do friends play their games. Next floor above is guest rooms, next floor above is guest rooms. But I wasn't able to get the completed layout of the top floor.
And then you see him sort of like back up for a second and just go,
To put it plainly, the man I got to deliver these drawings wasn't able to complete it. About 3 weeks ago, I found him bloated on the shore of Oxbow by the docks. So, sadly, I lost that arm of my abilities.
Some sort of captain's chamber.
Or a vault, perhaps.
Maybe just the bathroom.
Yes, I don't see
Is
any
there-
bathrooms.
is there
Very
plumbing in
astute.
this
as soon as Walt says vault, he sort of like, he smiles a little bit, and there's something unsettling about his smile. He's got perfectly fine teeth. It's just a very vicious, sort of venomous smile.
You would be correct. We assume that based off of these drawings, that his vault, Leon's vault, is on this top floor. Essentially, at the end of every single month, the winnings and earnings of the Losterity are taken off of the ship and cashed into whatever personal bank accounts that Leon may have, or be separated amongst his various establishments. Now, the plan is, at the end of this month, on the very last night before that occurs, we are going to go in and steal as much as we can from that very vault. Here's what we understand about the layout. Not very keenly aware about any sort of traps that may be laid out for you, but the vault itself is said to be locked very, very well, and the only key to said vault is carried on Dufresne's person at all times.
And then he lays down a map of Oxbow, the city of Oxbow, which if you've lived here long enough, you're all pretty familiar with it. There is a noticeable river going from the northern part of the map that circles around the city and then sort of exits at the south, or near the south of the city. He points to the eastern part of the map and goes,
The Losterity leaves port at 8 p.m. every single night, travels down to the southernmost portion of Oxbow, and then turns around to make port again by morning. It is a slow-moving vessel, but the entire trip takes about 12 hours. Your escape, or your way off and out of the city, is going to be at that southernmost port. So you all have 6 hours to get the job done and get to our barge called the Unity, which will be docked there.
and he points to this southern dock here in Oxbow.
I'm getting some bewildered looks. Any questions?
Yes, my bird friend. Unity.
I have a question. I understand why I am here, as I am a very powerful man with very powerful friends.
That's funny, because I don't understand why you were
But
here.
why did you hire an actor and a bird and a woman?
Why did you hire an actor, a bird, and a
Catherine
woman?
just does not react. She just sits there motionless.
I did not make such decisions lightly, of course.
Oh,
I'm a very-
an actor can do anything, my young lad.
I'm very aware of all of your particular capabilities and your notoriety in some aspects. But for this job in particular, we will need someone that, and he looks to Catherine, knows how to get in and out of very precarious places.
He looks to Jag.
Knows how to put on a good front, and can also work his way out of a sticky situation if needed.
He looks to Zinthar.
Understands.
Where are those goddamn sugar cubes?
Corn nuts tonight. Where's my corn nuts?
Corn nuts are for next episode. We'll get corn nuts next episode. Or next
Oh
game.
my lord.
Knows how to follow a target and make sure he gets his due. And then he turns to Walt. And also, someone who would make the most sense of being there in the first place.
Quite.
But most of all, that's most of what I have. Besides the actual planning, which I hope with some of your various experiences, you would be more than capable of knowing the best ways to make use of your talents.
So the script is in the beginning stages.
It hasn't been workshopped yet, good Jag.
Catherine jumps in here. So, you want us to come up with this plan while you sit on your ass and do nothing? Which
Yeah.
is fine before you go on. That's fine. I've worked for assholes like you plenty of times in the past. I can make it work. But there's one aspect to
I
this
like her.
that you have not told us. How much money are we talking here? Because this might not be worth my time. This might not be worth any of y'all's time. So give us a number. Give us something to work with here.
I second the woman.
You're just so sexist.
My character is sexist. I'm not sexist. It's
Really?
the 1920s. I'm trying to make it feel.
It is accurate. It is
I will apologize to her after the show.
I'm paid quite well for my
I'm so
film
sorry.
adaptations. But a giant casino ship seems like it should be worth our while.
Not even just 1 week's, 1 night's worth of riches from this ship. Leon sees this particular boat as his safe haven. I want to make sure he never feels like he can call it that ever again. So among those likes, he has a propensity to keep many of his valuables in that very vault. Whether he's not trusting the bank or has no way of making liquidity, he's been very careful about keeping many of his valuables on that ship. One of which I have a particular interest in. But to answer your question, Catherine, more money than any of you, and he looks at Rizzney, have ever seen, looks at the rest of you, in your life.
I doubt that.
How much is the Rizzney estate worth now?
I'm gonna have to roll deception here.
I'm rolling inside against him. I must
Go
know.
ahead. Inside if you like against Rizzney's deception.
I got a 15 inside.
2 seconds. Deception.
I haven't seen.
27 deception, and I say
I believe him.
we are in line to be the first ever billionaires in all of Melania. 27 deception.
Langley kind of like smiles and goes, well, I'm sure with what we make tonight, or at the end of the month, you can buy yourself another house just like the one you have. And knowing your estate, that's a large, large promise.
Sounds agreeable.
I just say, well, if this doesn't work out, I can just rob him.
Based off of previous
don't.
insights and deceptions, you do get the feeling that there are even some things about your personal lives that Langley does know. That may not be things that you have even told some of your closest confidants. He does seem to, with every smile, there's a knowing grin to it that is just kind of inexcusable and rather confident of him in the first place.
Bird, will you go and get me another drink? I'm quite parched.
No need to bother him. And then he sort of takes this little tiny bell and rings it. And then the same bartender from before walks in and goes, Mr. Langley, what would you like? And then Langley just turns and looks at you.
I'll have the same, but put a little bit more effort into it, please.
Also, I never got my old-fashioned
Oh, he
before.
brings it into the old-fashioned, places it down.
Thank you.
It's a little warm, the ice
Also-
is melted.
Can
Mr.
I-
Langley, if I'm going to work for you, could you please fire this buffoon? Unless he has some sort of sentimental value to you.
Oscar, you're fired.
I told you I'd take care of you.
Guess you're not getting that drink, though.
Ha, fine. I have my own. I pull out a flask and start drinking.
Can I whistle for Chives to bring me a drink?
Chives. I forgot about Chives.
You all see, as right before Oscar like closes the door, this cup sort of like wafts in, like almost like it's being floated by telekinesis or something, and it's sort of like just is kind of spilling in certain directions too. Like it's like splattering on the floor, and it just lands on the table in front of you.
Good man, Chives.
Yes, of course, sir. Whatever you like.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
Remind me to give you a raise later.
There's no one there.
And where do you think this drink came from?
Your magic?
Magic.
It's Chives.
That's Chives.
Ah, I
No.
don't understand magic.
My
so-
oldest friend and servant, and fun to play baseball with sometimes.
My mother was magical. She did many things I did not understand. Continue, Mr. Rizzney, and continue, Mr. Langley.
If I may return to the matter at hand.
I had one thing I wanted to ask.
Of course.
My father always tried to do his best to make his riches as agreeable as possible. Above boards, as you say.
Did he?
Now, that's not to say that some backdoor dealings don't happen. It happens all the time. But to flat out rob a man, why? What did he do to you?
Well, he has an item that he would like, I believe.
This does sound personal.
it
Give me a
sounds
persuasion check.
personal.
Give me a persuasion check.
You ain't ready for this.
Oh no.
Y'all ready for this?
That one.
You're right. He wasn't ready.
We're ready for that.
I wasn't ready for that.
I expected much.
Genuinely wasn't.
I just like spill the entire drink on my.
You say that just.
I spit it out. Chives! It's disgusting.
Langley smiles and just goes, oh, yes, Mr. Rizzney. And what did your father make while profiting from the war?
Well, I beg your pardon.
Your father was one of those men?
He was an investor.
If I may
Real estate.
If I may establish a modicum of trust here, I'll be honest with all of you. This job is personal. Leon and I were business associates, as I said.
Lovers.
Lovers.
No.
Definitely lovers. They're definitely lovers.
You see, before
That was supposed to be a question.
he's not even honoring it with an answer.
Oh my god.
You see, I wouldn't say grew up together. He was, by the time I was in 19 or 20, he was already many years my senior, being an elf. But we did start in the same rung of the social ladder.
Catherine kind of rolls her eyes a little bit at this story.
We worked well together for a long time, and even started our own gang, the Seven Boots. Which, if you earlier got a higher than a 15 on your history check, you know was a very prominent razor gang 25 years ago.
I knew the name of the tavern reminded me of something.
It's in honor of them. There's one day during a rather large score, I was left to, so to speak, holding the bag while Leon got off scot-free. And so that's where I spent 20 years in prison, mining away salt from rock. So, yes, Mr. Rizzney, it is a personal venture. Personal in the way that I'm letting all of you keep the money. All I ask is for one particular item from that vault.
I'm in.
Already?
Yes. There's coin to be made, and it seems that Leon is a ne'er-do-well.
There's a string here. Just trying to figure out what it is.
Walt will just say, anyone who takes from those who work hardest deserve to be punished.
One would say I worked very hard to get what I have.
Okay. It's like
I'm
you're
saying
fumbling,
I'm in.
right?
Fuck this guy.
Good to have you. You all already offered you already responded to the invitation, so I assumed you would all be in anyways.
I don't have my next shoot in Vermeer's until months from now, so I'm a little bit bored and starved for coin. So,
you making one
to
of
answer your question, I am in.
you making another one of those slapstick comedies that you
That
keep
is not
putting
what
out
I'm known
that
for.
crap?
And you know, I make film adaptations of famous books, my lad. I know some of your lacking in class would not watch these pictures.
What you call classic, I call crap.
Yes, you're lacking in class.
Derivative.
I understand, Zinthar.
Kill. Eron. Kill. No.
Did you say kill, my lad?
If you must, if it comes down to it, possibly. But otherwise, I would much prefer this be a bloodless mission, at all possible. Bodies tend to alert authorities, and with Leon having many of the police in this city in his pocket, I would like to avoid that if possible.
Understood.
What about bruises and broken bones?
Accidents happen.
Very good.
What about ancient demonic blood?
Accidents
Hypothetically.
happen.
Maybe you are into the classics.
I have a feeling there's something that he's not telling us.
You can roll another insight.
Okay.
Based off of what's
23.
23.
Ooh.
So he's been rather honest with you, especially about his past with Leon and the rest of the gang. He hasn't necessarily told you about the item per se, but there is something that he's hiding. But I wouldn't say if you'd be able to tell if that's just because he's more of a closeted person, or if it's possibly just
That's
an
rude.
uncertainty around new strangers and things about that with the sensitive nature.
I understand that.
Can I roll insight on Catherine to see, like, where her worries are, like, truly coming from? Like, I don't know this person at all, so I want to know.
Persuasion or
She's-
deception, don't tell us which.
I feel like I've figured, my character feels like I've
Wait,
figured these
I
two
need
out.
to roll for that?
You roll
Okay.
persuasion or deception, don't tell us which, and
Okay.
I
if
will
he
roll
beats,
insight.
then you reveal some part of information.
Not very good, 13.
13 against
19.
Ooh,
19.
okay. I can't figure it out.
Can't get a read.
Cool.
Can't get a read.
I feel like personally, I feel like I figured these two out, but I cannot figure her out. So,
That is.
and I still can't.
As
So
designed.
That is. That is by design.
I know,
That is by
So
design.
to break it down to the brass tacks,
but I'm just kind of staring at you, and then I look away.
the prize that I would like to be given at the end of this venture is just a simple gemstone. It's about the size, and he holds out his hand, about the size of an apple of sorts, flat, cut much like a ruby would be, shade of green like an emerald. It's known as the Emperor's Eye. That's all I ask for.
Can I roll history on that?
Yeah, I was
gonna say, is
is
there
there any sort of?
High DC, high DC,
Can
high
I
DC.
roll Arcana on that? I'm not good at either, but
Roll Arcana.
Dirty 20.
it's a 13.
Dirty 20, 13.
19.
14, 19. As far as you know, non-magical, maybe just a wealthy item. Those above a 15, based historically, kind of like what was the Titanic thing, the Tears of the Ocean, Heart of the Sea kind of
right,
thing.
right,
Yeah.
Based off of your understanding of this gemstone, it is just it's a very valuable item. And he goes on to explain. The Emperor's Eye is a prized possession of Mr. Dufresne, and just the money he may be able to recover from financially. If you take that from him and put it in my hands at the end of the night, that will cut something deep into his heart, and that's what I want. That's what I'm getting out of this mission.
As you said, he will not feel safe.
Of course. If I can creep into his bedroom and take what is most dearest to him.
That's a little strange.
They were
but
lovers.
I can't.
I'm still in.
I can't. I've leaned into this too hard. So, let's begin with the start, I guess.
Well, shouldn't we find somebody who wants to be here more than this fine young lady?
Well, that's a good
Or
question.
I don't know how old you are, actually.
Catherine, you still want to be here?
She kind of thinks a little bit.
Remember, you'd have enough money to leave this city, go off and do as you wish.
You could travel to Vermeer's.
Fine. It's not like I have much else going on. So, sure, why not?
As I like. You can bring a pretty purse back to Osterland.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
So, first we start with, how are you all getting on the ship in the first place? Goldbeak, you look like you want to ask me a question. Are you alright?
It sounded like a cat.
Can I roll insight to see what question I think he wants to ask you?
Yeah. Give me a persuasion or deception.
Nat 20, dude!
Okay.
Nat 20!
Whisper to him what you think.
What are you trying
Whisper to him what Goldbeak wants to say. He's gonna be your mouth for the entire game.
No, tell me, like, I've read you. I know what you want to say.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you tell me.
Yeah.
Not in bird speak.
Okay.
It's gonna be some fucking
Yeah.
kind of bullshit.
Where's the
Let me
bathroom?
hear it. Let me hear it. I think my friend would like to know if there are any sort of flying vessels that we could procure to drop in above the ship.
So, as in attaining a glider or plane may be out of our scope at the moment.
Can we not just get tickets? Book a room?
I'm sure he'd be happy to have a famous actor on board.
We're thinking along the same lines. Walt, you would not be out of place aboard that vessel. Jag, you could be invited, or we could just put in a ticket. I'm sure that you may have fans aboard. The two
I
of
have
you,
fans
however...
everywhere.
We each get +1s. Jag can take the bird, and I'll take the woman.
Great.
She has a name. You can
The
take
woman.
Austerity
Catherine with
doesn't
you.
really do
I'm a bad
the
guy.
+1s, per se. Instead, I was possibly thinking of maybe getting you two in jobs. Possibly. Working aboard the vessel. We have a month to prepare. I'm sure that with the one that they, killed of mine earlier, or a few weeks ago, they're probably looking for work, looking to hire on some extras.
Wouldn't this leave some sort of paper trail? Gonna have to come up with our own new identities, all that. Why can't
Just-
we just break in?
Just a little bit of play. The thing is, just breaking in, it is a very populated vessel. Many different patrons, and many guards that would be available, would be able to see. Also, you'd only get one chance to do so, when it's still ported. Otherwise, you'd have to find some way to swim and get on.
Not a
That
problem
being-
for me. I don't know about Rizzney. Is that right?
Don't act like you don't know who I am.
I don't.
She
No
probably
one
doesn't know who you
knows.
are.
She's not from here. She's
I'm not from here. I
No
don't.
one knows who you are.
Walt
my
pretends
lad.
to not be shattered by that. His fragile ego.
There's like glass breaks in your
Yeah.
brain. It's like, huh?
This does not make sense.
So, either way, there's a way for you to get on the ship. It's after you're on the ship that becomes the issue. Remember, the key to the vault is in Leon's possession. I can't tell for sure where he will be aboard the vessel whenever you come aboard, but the timing is key. Finding out exactly when you can make your way to the vault and get off the ship without being seen, without being heard, at the precipice of its voyage, so you may get to the escape vessel.
There is a dining banquet of sorts. If one of you were to become some sort of waiter or staff member, you could get close and steal this as I distract him with propositions for him to invest in my new film.
That's something that Zinthar could do. Leon tends to hire extra planers. And you see him catch himself a little bit after saying extra planers and goes, he would vote in well there. I don't know if that's the best use of Miss Catherine's talents.
I believe you would be picking the lock on the vault. Well, I guess we would have the key. I misspoke. Too much drink.
It's
And then I drink
probably
more from my
fair,
flask.
fair to say he'll be at the high rollers table at some point.
Yes, in his
Correct.
private estate, or private
And-
room.
Well, yes, but private room for men of high status, such as, well,
Yeah, so
myself.
I could get in there and...
I will get in there while you're off doing whatever. You can be in the theater troupe downstairs in the showroom.
My lad, I'm currently employed. I'm not sure what you are doing.
I love the snubs.
Perhaps you can be a tree in the background,
I'm a great actor. I could be whatever I want to.
I have a question.
being a real dick right now.
Yes, well, you could be in the hospital if you keep this up.
Gentlemen, please. We are all working towards the same goal. I believe Miss Lichefield had a question.
How many men will be on this ship?
How many men?
Only men
Yes, will there be any more women on this ship?
It is just in Leon's words, a normal day of business. That being said, he is quite popular. He has entertained many guests, from various dukes and duchesses to the well-to-do, the head of the bank, the police chief, maybe the mayor.
So
Who's to say?
all men, most likely.
He said duchesses.
Duchesses.
The wives of.
The wives of such, and those other well-to-do women here in the city.
Well-to-do women. Never heard of her.
As someone who plays both sides, you could have a duchess, and a duke in the same
Genders
night.
are pretty even in Oxbow. I'm just going to lay that out there right now. Just pretty equal at Oxbow.
Jag is bisexual.
Yeah. Walt is an anomaly for still being as sexist as he is, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
That's why Jag is so mad at you.
Leon's current partner may be aboard the vessel, a Maria van Kaldenberg.
Can I roll a history check?
Sure.
Nat 20.
You can choose to reveal this to the rest of the troupe here and now. Maria van Kaldenberg, while the name itself does not seem familiar to you, you actually do remember.
Is this like a very distant,
It's a very distant memory
like from my childhood?
from your childhood.
Okay.
And what you do remember also is the number 36.
Okay. I don't say anything. Just
Don't say anything. And the way that, based off of that great Nat 20 and everything like that, based off of Langley's body language and stuff, he says that name with no amount of weight or understanding. As far as he's concerned, she's nobody.
and she'll be there.
As far as I know, yeah. She will probably do well to help you distract Leon. I'm sure that she will want his attention for the most part, but you are quite right, Mr. Rizzney, in the fact that he will most likely be playing all of his games inside of that private room. Gaining access to that will require a bit of persuasion, but you're all charismatic fellows and ladies, so I'm sure that won't be too difficult.
Fellows and lady.
Fellows and lady?
Go invisible.
Possibly. Good man.
The Kinku will go
Possibly.
invisible.
Yeah, visible.
If we can get you aboard already as perhaps a cook's assistant or part of the servant class or something, you would already be there whenever everyone else arrives, and then you could go about your business.
Invisible.
What was your name again, good chap?
What was your name, a good chap?
Zinthar.
Very
Goldbeak.
good. Goldbeak. But your beak is not gold.
Like lifts up his like beak and it's like got a gold tip underneath.
Yeah. It's gold on the inside.
Ah, I see.
But there will have to be some sort of way that you all reconvene. You certainly can't be seen entering together. And everyone is going to have their roles as we plan this out. So, let's get to planning. Before that, of course, you can all stay in these back rooms if you like, or go back to wherever you wish.
I have a beautiful apartment.
We'll keep you, well fed if we can. I don't have a bartender, so I'm gonna have to find another one of those.
Yeah, you got our bartender
just-
fired.
As soon as you say that,
I know a guy.
Zinthar like hops up and just like just walks out, like hops out of the door, and immediately goes to the bar.
And I said, I know a guy.
Can we cut together a montage of us like unrolling a blueprint
Yep.
and like talking
Yeah.
to each other?
Yeah, montage moment essentially of everyone unrolling blueprints and everything. People like pointing over stuff, and I would say overall during this month of time, you all sort of like get to know each other a little bit better. Sort of like maybe tell some anecdotes or stories and stuff like that. So, over the course, what are a couple of things that you imagine that you would be willing to share with your fellow heist members?
I'd share my reason for doing this.
How specific do you get with your reason?
Not super specific. Still relatively guarded. Got to get the job done and get out. You know, not trying to make any real lasting connections. Trying to get out of town. I have people that I need to find. It's going to require money to do it. But once I finish this job, hopefully it turns out the way that it needs to, I won't be returning to this line of work. Can I actually make a request?
Yeah, sure.
We're all sitting at the bar and Zinthar is
Okay,
behind
actually,
the bar.
we're all sitting at the bar. Zinthar is sitting at the bar
Zinthar.
as well.
I would
Langley is not there.
Langley is not there. Zinthar, I would like a glass of... Hold on. That disgusting ale that I was drinking earlier.
Is he the bartender now?
He is the bartender. And he's a very good bartender.
So it was I'll say it was Amhouse Prime.
It's
Yes.
training for him to get a job as a bartender on the boat.
Which actually, as soon as Catherine orders the Amhouse Prime, I think that sparks a little bit of nostalgia for Jag, given that that is the region that Graves Peak is in.
Oh.
Keep knocking this table. I apologize. Keep elbowing the table.
I open up a little bit, and that is what my mother drank.
Really? Your mom drank this?
Yes, I'm from those parts.
She must be a
Elves
tough
have,
woman.
Elves have a crazy metabolism. They can handle it.
That's true. She must have been a very tough woman.
The toughest. She taught me how to fight, and she taught me how to control my emotions.
She taught you to fight and now you're an actor?
Yes. Not everything is about fists. There's love to be had in this world.
Wow.
Love is very important. I take it to all of my roles, even this heist. I have some bit of a condition that if I see ne'er-do-wells stealing from the wrong and beating people up and doing what that bartender that got fired did, treating people with disrespect for no reason other than their appearance or status, then it flies me off into a... It's getting hot in here, or is it just me? It flies me off into some bit of a call to justice.
You getting warm?
Yes.
You want to-
No, I'm fine now. It must just be the fire that we are starting.
You are
wanna-
quite sweaty, sir.
Yeah, do you want to take that jacket off maybe?
I do not want to do anything.
Okay.
At this moment, I will hush my mouth and recompose myself.
Martini.
At this point, Clive sort of like, you feel Clive tug on your jacket a little bit. And be like,
Chives.
Chives. Yeah, sorry, not Chives. Not Clive.
Clive. He just has
I'm gonna call him
different
Clive.
CD
Different,
every
yeah,
time.
every single
Clive,
time.
the ghost from Pac-Man, kind of tugs on you, just like,
You should open up about your problems, sir. You can make friends here.
Shut
we
it,
can't do
Chives. I'm not here for friendship.
Can you at least tell us
You
who
are
this
here,
Chives is? Is
Chives.
he just an imaginary friend, or
He's-
what? Do you have schizophrenia? What's going on?
He's standing right there. He's been serving my family for generations. His name is Chives, and he is of more repute than any one of you. I think that's a word.
It's all right, sir. They know that I'm just.
What is wrong with my repute, dear lad?
I'm just a lowly servant. It's all right if they don't notice me. I'm all right. I'm supposed to be not seen and not heard, as you will.
I mean, no offense, good Jag, but you speak of love, you speak of respect, and these are all made-up concepts. Money is the only thing that matters in this world.
We're wrong.
Like I said earlier, you are
Hey,
a
no one
capitalist,
said
and
that
that
yet.
is fine.
I know some words.
I know some words.
if he's ever heard a word.
If I've ever heard a word, I can
he
repeat
say
it. So I'm
Okay,
like 30.
that's fair.
So
Okay,
like I've
yeah.
heard
Okay,
words.
all right.
That tracks, that
You're
tracks.
no bird.
Yeah, I'm like half my age. I live to like 60.
He's middle-aged.
Yeah.
Catherine's like judging in her head if she should
I will
even press
say-
this issue or not.
I've been let down and brokenhearted and disappointed by every single person I've ever met in my life.
Is that why you potentially might have other voices? Voices.
Are you talking about Chives?
I am talking about
He's the only one I can trust.
Chives. Okay. Can you describe to us maybe What does he look like?
Chives.
Money comes and goes, my dear lord.
Chives, do a little dance for them. Show them. Show them.
Why did I just
I
imagine
see
it
Can't see
perfectly?
him.
I
It's like
imagine
two ale glasses going back and forth.
It's like spinning a basketball.
Even being able to see him, I'm picturing Bubble Buddy from SpongeBob.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
just like an
Bubble Buddy from
amorphous
SpongeBob.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I thought it. With like
Okay.
suspenders.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're just like vibing out with Chives, and I'm looking at both of them like,
I will say honestly, I'm on the side of Mr. Langley because it seems like Leon has done more wrong than good. But if during this we find that Langley is in fact the villain, I will give justice as need to be given.
How loud are you talking right now?
Very quietly. No, I'm
Give
just
me-
kidding. I'm
give me
talking
s-
at a normal.
Give me a stealth check.
All right. Damn it, I did this
Yeah,
last
we're
night.
right
oh
at the bar.
shit. Okay.
Oh, I thought we were upstairs. I thought we were up top.
Oh no, the bar's downstairs. Sorry, that was.
No, we were gonna be up top, but then we
I
saw
thought we were
You
walking
may
over to
you
the
may
bar.
you may
We
speak
switched to the bar
softly.
now.
I
if
did
you want to
ask
say that,
so
not knowing
way-
that you're in the bar
yeah.
though.
Okay, yes. If we're still in the bar, I would be talking.
So
quietly.
definitely give me a stealth check.
Okay, cool. I rolled very terribly.
If you told me you were just yelling it and at the bar, I would have been like, "There's no stealth check, dude."
I have a. That is a 5.
Soon after, give me a perception.
I'm good at that, at least. Not on that dice though. It's a 10.
Anyone else that wants to give me perception can?
Did you
it.
fuck us up, dude?
I don't know. Probably.
We missed the whole campaign.
Uh-oh. And then he just shoots us all.
The heist actually went off. You guys were just drinking in a bar. They already did it.
You said perception?
Yes.
I think I can persuade him back on our side if that is the if that is the issue.
23.
I'm
So
not good at stealth.
as Jag says about Langley being, possibly evil, then we can, fuck him up and everything.
That's not exactly what I meant.
Not exactly what you meant.
I'm on
but
his side.
it sound vaguely threatening.
Yeah.
The doubt was heard.
The doubt was heard.
Oh, can I roll intimidation? If it was slightly threatening, can I roll intimidation then?
No, because what Walt, as you're sort of watching Clive do his, sorry, I'm saying Clive. Chives. As you're watching Chives do his little,
Clive, Chives.
I'm so sorry. As you watch Chives do his little dance, you actually can kind of like see past him, and you see there's 3 sort of gruff-looking gentlemen, all humans, sort of sitting at a table nearby the bar, and you kind of see their ears perk up whenever they hear Jag talk about them, but nothing else happens.
This fits with my character.
I'll loudly put my drink down. I'll say, perhaps we should do the rest of our talking about this upstairs in private.
Yes.
And I'm saying that quietly. Do you want me to roll a stealth check?
Oh no,
Okay.
no, intentional.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That,
Do you allude to the guys at all or no?
oh yeah, I'll kind of nod over.
Do a little
should.
look.
Can I cast detect thoughts and see if I can read their minds?
Oh shit.
Finally, our first spell of the game. Yes, you may.
I'm just an actor barbarian. I can't do much.
Let's see. So I want to. Let's see. I can sense thoughts or read thoughts.
What's your class? You a bard?
Sorcerer.
Sorcerer.
I think you automatically.
So go and cast that. You can cast that. You can sense surface level thoughts, but if you want to go into anything deeper, then they will have to roll a save for it.
Yeah, it's a DC, a wisdom saving throw,
And if
15.
they pass, they know you're doing it.
Oh, that's right.
But you could just get surface.
Yeah, let's just do surface because they're probably like dumb anyways.
Yeah. So yeah,
It's probably just some goons.
that's so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
That's so funny. You hear they're not murmuring to each other, but two of them are talking to each other, so they kind of don't hear. But the one that perks their ear up and he goes, or kind of perks up whenever they hear Jag talking, they go, "I can't believe Mr. Langley let this fucking knife ear onto our bar."
Oh, they're
Oh.
racist.
Wait, what do you call them?
Yeah, I was
A
about to say,
knife
what-
ear.
Knife ear.
I don't.
He's
I
like,
didn't hear
Oh,
this.
oh.
I didn't hear this.
That's
don't hear it
such
'cause
a
it's a
well
direct thought.
crafted slur that I feel uncomfortable.
Thanks. I
actually
took
Yeah,
I took it
yeah.
from something. I don't know
You're
where I heard it
awful.
from.
You're an
Thank
awful
you.
human being.
Thank
I'm
you.
just kidding.
He's a professional. at
Yeah,
this.
I'm a professional slur user.
Yeah.
Professional
Cut that, cut
slur
that, cut that, cut
user.
that. Me.
So, so Zinthar is going to.
Please don't just repeat the slur to me.
He doesn't like. No, he doesn't like. He's kind of called y'all, accepted y'all as friends now.
You're my
So
boy,
he
Dad.
bird hops from behind the bar over to their table with a shot, as if I'm about to hand them something,
Oh God, I hope we get
and
the
then just
bar
looks at him and
ball.
goes,
Knife here. Knife here.
Do I
and
hear
hands him a shot.
Do I hear this?
He looks at you and goes like, "What the fuck do you call me?"
Knife here.
Oh God.
He takes the shot.
I
and
thought
just
we were
goes-
heading upstairs.
We were.
We were.
He takes the shot and sort of like goes next to the table and just pours it out into the floor at your feet. How would you mind your fucking business there, bird brains?
Can I
Oh Lord.
roll for insight just to see if they're actually gonna fuck him up?
Yes.
Is this actually the start of a potential fight brewing, or if
Yes.
they're just trying to intimidate?
Is your
the fuck
detect
out of
thought still on? How long does it go for?
Lasts
Yeah, I
for
think it lasts
a
for
minute or
Lasts
him? Okay,
for
if it's still on, then I'm not.
if it's still on. Okay, so as
Yeah,
he
less
says,
of a minute.
mind your fucking business, bird brains. You see him, or you basically hear him thinking to himself. Boss says treat them with civility, but I can't stand their presence. Better not do anything though.
Okay.
But you may.
How do you rely
Go
on
ahead. Go ahead and say something.
No.
No, go ahead.
I want to
probably-
roll insight on them.
Insight.
Because I like my bird friend.
I was gonna. Do they have weapons on them?
It's just
Perception.
Just a 14.
14.
Yeah.
You can see that there is a rage boiling, but
I
there's
know
also
that.
restraint happening. You
I
can tell
know
they are
that. I know
holding
that
themselves
feeling.
I rolled a 12.
back. 12. As far as you can tell, they have no weapons.
They have no weapons,
They have no weapons.
as far as I can tell.
I would like to just walk over there and put my arm around Zinthar. Say, gentlemen, gentlemen.
down and put your
Is he that short?
Yes, Kenkus are kind of short. How do you
You're like 3
Uh,
feet?
You're 4 something,
no,
right?
yeah, like 4 or 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
Okay.
they're
Well,
big.
just like put my hand on his back and say, gentlemen, please. This bird knows not what he do, what he say. Let's all just calm down, shall we? We're all in the interest of making money, yes?
The man that's been thinking all the bad thoughts, he sort of turns and looks up at you, Rizzney, and just goes, "All right then." And all three of them stand up and walk out.
Oh man, I was gonna try to intimidate them while I walked by.
Since I noticed them listening to us, I was inferring that they work for Langley. Should I
Because-
roll insight on that to know if I'm wrong?
Because
about
you
that?
said it, no, you're correct. They do work for Langley. Something that you've over the past like 2 weeks or something you've learned. Many of the patrons of the bar work
Makes
for
sense.
Langley.
Can I
It is
They're a
his
gang,
bar.
yeah.
It is his bar.
Can I stand up as I head to the stairs and just shoulder check one of them as they walk by and try to intimidate them?
Give me an unarmed attack roll.
Oh, I have to. Ooh, I like that. I was just trying to. Oh God, dude, can I roll?
What'd you do? Fucking trip?
Apparently. Unarmed attack roll. I don't much to that. That's still a 13.
Loosen that tie up, Jay.
13. I would say based off of commoner classes and stuff like that. You shoulder check him, and actually just attack my contact. Give me an intimidation with advantage.
Ooh. That is. I have a lot to intimidation. I'm glad you gave me advantage because I got a nat 20.
Yes.
I got a 2 on the other one.
So like after you do this, like even if it was a kind of a weak shoulder check, you still
Yeah, I
like,
wasn't
hit it.
trying to hurt him, so that makes sense.
He turns around to looks at you, and then like it's one of those things. He turns around to look at you, and he's kind of looking into your sternum.
Yeah.
And then he looks up, and he's like,
Didn't realize how tall I was when I was sitting down.
"Yeah, how about you watch where you're going next time?" And he
sorry,
just keeps
Dad.
walking out.
I didn't see you down there.
I would also like to, just as a dick move. Is it possible I've mopped recently? Like, is there a bucket of water around?
Yeah. Let's say that you did.
I want to discreetly, while that interaction's
You're a good
happening,
employee.
I want to use shape water and just move the water in front of him and ice it so he slips on his way out. But he won't know it's me.
He like so this is probably like a 40-something guy.
Yeah.
So like he slips and doesn't fall all the way down, but you see him sort of like split in a certain way that you can tell he pulled a hammy or something. And he just goes, "Fucking God's above."
He breaks his hip.
He like fucking like God's above, and sort of like he kind of like hobbles out the door like holding his ass cheek. Yeah. He's just like,
Damn.
Now I feel kind of
I'm
His
also-
other
I'm
guys
also
are sort of like
playing it
helping him
like
pick
I
up.
didn't
I like
hear-
way back.
They have
I
little
didn't hear
feathers.
anybody say knife here. I would have played
Oh
that
yeah,
totally
that's true.
different.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that for a second.
So you guys have this moment of sort of like getting familiar and getting friendly with each other, and then weeks pass by until we reach the end of the month, when the night of the heist may incur. Zinthar, Langley was able to acquire a position for you in the kitchens of
Oh, yeah.
the Losterity. Common speakers pronounce it Losterity. Leon will pronounce it correctly. So you are basically sort of, you get like a few weeks training or something along those lines. And then something, while you're sort of working in the kitchens, this is like 3 nights before, like your first day is 3 nights before the actual heist occurs.
Okay.
And so while that's happening, one of the dishwashers that you somewhat familiar with, his name is Callum. You see him sort of like gathering some plates and everything like that, and he just starts kind of crying to himself. He's going like,
I walk up to him, I take my little feather hand and wipe away the tear.
oh, hey, and did you pick a fake name to be employed by?
Tarzan.
Farzan.
Tarzan?
Tarzan, I dig it Tarzan.
Tarzan. It has to be something you heard before. So you just met a guy named Tarzan at some point.
No, it's just his name. It's his name switch.
Yeah, I just switched the words around.
Callum sort of like smiles a little bit, just kind of weakly, kind of like a squiggly smile in a way, and just goes, Thor, thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just can't forget what happened earlier this week, and it's just really weighing on me. And one of the cooks says like, Callum, we need 5 new dishes. You gotta hurry up on this. And he said, yes, I know, I'm coming. I'm on my way.
Calls in.
And he's like getting still a little bit emotional, kind of like gloomy and stuff like that. If you'd like to inquire.
Yeah, let me see if there's any. I might have.
If you have like if in your lexicon is what's wrong or something like that.
I don't think we spent anything, but I would imagine we all have to.
Well, okay, so if I use message, because like, I just can't speak normally. Like I can mimic, but like in my mind,
Yeah.
I'm just as intelligent, or
Yeah.
more so than anybody
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, sure.
And like I can speak
Okay.
normally,
I would do it. Yeah, you can do that.
so like I can just talk to him normally in if I use message, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
What
So I'll
is-
do that. I mean, it's a cantrip.
What does his message voice sounds like?
Do the voice you did in my ear earlier.
Real format.
yeah, do that. That was funny.
Deep and formal.
What seems to be the problem, my good sir?
That's exactly what he did in my ear.
Fucking
I'd like to know if there's a
John
flying
Hamm
method.
sound man.
Callum, not unfamiliar with magic, is sort of like receives your message. He goes, on Sunday, one of my friends, Liam, it was one of his first days too, and he got turned around and lost. He was supposed to deliver a order, and then as soon as he says that, one of the cooks is like, Callum, we need an order up to room 302, and he's like, I'm coming in just a moment. Liam, he supposed to deliver an order up to one of the 400 rooms, and he went up too many steps, and he ended up on the 5th floor, which Mr. Dufresne says we're not allowed up there. None of the service workers are allowed up there, and he went in the wrong door, and they made me clean him up with a broom and dustpan. And I can't forget that moment, but this is the only job I've been able to get in the city, so I have to sort of stay along with it.
Zinthar just brings him in for a big hug. It like wraps his big old wings
Callum
around
sort
him.
of like he kind of like breaks down into the hug a little bit, and you have a good couple of like good moments before the cook sort of like breaks them. He's like, "Hey, listen, I know you're new, all right, but he needs to get these orders out. So thank you, but Callum, please, we got backed up in here." And Callum's like, yes, of course, and so thank you for being a good friend.
Always my good friend.
He passes it back. He's so good, and he sort of like takes the plates. He takes the 5 dishes, puts them in the wash, and then takes the plates out.
Favorite Cam character. So
Did Catherine work out with Langley exactly how she wanted to be aboard the ship? Is she going to arrive alone?
Alone. I think undercover would probably be the best mode for now.
Okay.
Fake name. Alone.
Stacy, fake name.
Stacy's mom.
Stacy's mom.
The reason I asked earlier if it was going to be mostly men on the ship is I'm sure that there will be dancers on this ship as well, if there are lots of men.
Dancer, or it's not primarily for men, but
Entertainment, yes.
there would be sort of entertainment of the carnal kind, probably available if okay. So
That's actually the way you described it seems a lot more vulgar than just saying dancers. But if you want to go with that, that's fine.
no, they're not. They're not just dancers.
I thought he cleaned
They're
it
not
up pretty
all.
nice.
They're not all just dancers. So
entertainers.
on this night,
Entertainers.
you were able to hear based off of just sort of like various notifications and everything that you were able to sort of go about with like throughout the city. There is a very popular jazz band known as Penny and the Jets, or sorry, Penny and the Threats. That's the name of the band, led by a wonderfully singing tiefling named Penelope. And they are going to be playing that night. So, like the Showgirls thing, that's
Come on, you could have named him Elton John.
Elton John.
If it's Elton John, I know.
Do a good Elton impression.
They know each other.
I know him if it's Elton John.
Elton John, not a bad idea.
Okay.
Elton is actually the guitarist or the pianist. Actually.
Yeah.
Elton is the pianist. So, her name is Penelope Lovelace, and she's singing sort of like her set throughout the night. She's the entertainment for the night. But it is a common thing for them to have showgirls and also bottle work or bottle service.
Bottle girls.
Kind of like
Cigarette
waiters.
girls.
I'm a shy girl.
Not all just girls. There are men that do this too. There's this Oxbow.
Cigarette girlies.
Cigarette girlies. So it's like
Cigarette girlies.
Cigarette boy.
it's hot goth boy hooters or something like that. Essentially,
Tallywhackers.
Tallywaggers. Yeah.
Oh my lord.
It's a bunch of.
It's called Boo Hooters.
The audience doesn't know my sexuality, so I'm not going to say any slurs that I'm
I've
allowed to say.
opened up a Pandora's box, it seems.
So you're able to sort of around the time that Zinthar gets hired on, you're able to be brought on among the bottle service workers. So you actually do see Zinthar when going to and from the kitchen because the bar is also on the dining table.
Give him a little.
Yeah. So
Dap
you
'em up.
guys like have some sort of like rapport back and forth there. You were able to message her and back and forth, and that's where you learn. That's where you learn. It's like, God, Zinthar's voice sounds like.
Bro, you sound like that?
It's like Zinthar sounds like John Hamm. Why does he sound like John Hamm?
Is he AI generated?
Why is that AI generated John Hamm? But otherwise,
It's the voice he uses because he thinks that's what people sound like.
yeah. So your job essentially, like, there's a bar on the dining room floor and a bar on the casino floor, but essentially you just go back and forth between tables. And so, you have your jobs there. Otherwise, Jag and Jag Harrison, right? Jag Harrison and Walt Rizzney are able to attain tickets to this wonderful night.
Can I use my shot heist
Already, baby.
flashback?
Dude, if you're gonna do the same thing,
All
I'm
right,
gonna
so
blow my mind.
entries beginning. You're at the right about to board.
Yes, I'm not on the boat yet.
Not on the boat
I
yet.
can be on the boat yet, but I would like to pitch something that happened before this.
Go ahead. Yes.
Right now. I would like to have written a letter to Dufresne
Okay.
in an attempt to set up an investment meeting with him.
You receive a letter back, and I will say this go ahead.
Okay. I didn't know if I would wait.
No, you
do.
go
No,
ahead.
no, no.
You're using
Let's
it.
see
So
what
are
happens.
we using
There you
it
go.
whether we're getting it or not?
You're using it, and we'll play through it.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah,
play
I was
through
about to say, if you take that shot for nothing, like,
So
Because I want to take
no.
my
You-
shot as well.
oh no, gotta get
So
We're
another
on the
one.
same page.
here's what you get because of this. We see aboard the ship. A week and a half before the heist is to occur, Walt Rizzney reaches out to a Mr. Leon Dufresne. We see Dufresne in his office, his personal quarters, on the 5th floor of Austerity.
A letter is opened, given to him by one of his associates. He takes it and opens it and reads it. Maria van Kaldenberg is nearby, sort of sitting in his room as well. She's smoking out of one of those long cigarettes. And Leon says, "My darling, would you believe this? The heir to the Rizzney fortune is reaching out to me. I wonder what kind of money he would like to lose. Or what kind of my money he would like to lose. What do you suggest?" And Maria sort of goes, "Oh, well, it can't hurt to have him aboard. The Rizneys are rather well-to-do in Oxbow, so one would say that it's quite fortunate that he wants to shake hands with you, meet you if you haven't already. Well, I met his father before. He was a quite cryptic individual, but it can't hurt to meet the son. Maybe he's different. Maybe he has something more to give." And so he writes a letter back and says, "We would love to have you aboard Lusterity. Please arrive before 8 o'clock p.m. Your bags and luggage will be taken, and we hope you enjoy your visit. I will meet you at 10:30 in my gambling room. Second floor, back room. Show this letter to the front doorman."
Do I get a room number?
Your room is number 306.
Okay.
I wanted to do something similar. I wanted to visit the ship earlier, like a week before or something, and try to drum up. Because we talked, I'm relatively famous. Like, I'm very well known. Like, I wanted to drum up, like, people on the boat and get them, like, hype, and then try to meet him in advance to have a one-on-one conversation with him next time I was on the ship. Take the shot.
Go ahead. So you do have a chance to meet him, but not on the ship.
Okay, that's fine too.
You, using your various contacts in the production, catch him while he's out hunting for new entertainment for the vessel, when he's auditioning the band, Penny and the Threats.
Okay, cool.
You see him at a theater that you have interacted with many times. And sort of he's sitting there, Maria is nearby, quite nearby, and you also see one of his body men next to him. And upon your entry to the establishment, you see 2 by the door, and you see 3 more inside of the theater.
Okay. I expect the guy to be very well, so I would like to hopefully be greeted by some sort of fan at some point throughout the night. I'm not trying to rush this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know he's here.
Yeah,
I want to...
The owner of the theater lets you in because
Yeah.
of your understanding and knowledge of him, and then he goes,
Jack, it's so good that you're here, because I tell you what, Leon Dufresne in the flesh is sitting right over there.
Do you think I can talk to him?
Can I introduce you?
Please.
Of course.
It's not usually that I get starstruck.
This is a gnome producer buddy of yours.
Okay.
And he sort of like takes your hand and sort of like leads you over. Takes your hand, leads you over.
We've done this before.
Talk with me, talk with me.
child.
Mr. Dufresne. Yes, my friend. What can I help you with?
And he sort of looks down at the gnome and then looks up at you.
This is one of our most star-striking actors. This is Jag Harrison.
Does he recognize me?
I'm sure.
Do I think?
I'm sure you've seen him in one of our motion pictures that we've produced.
And Leon sort of like looks you up and down and goes,
They always say I'm taller in person.
Well, stars above. The Jag Harrison?
The one and only.
It's a pleasure to meet you, my friend.
he stands up and holds out his hand to shake.
I will reach out and shake his hand. With my family crest ring on.
You must excuse me. It is not often that I meet a thespian such as yourself.
And it is not often that I meet somebody as prolific in the... You know.
Well, I am a big fan of supporting the arts, especially in the city. I was here looking at this wonderful jazz band to have aboard my vessel. Probably the end of the month, a multi-month contract, and
have the entertain my guests. Have you, I don't know if I've seen or not, have you not been aboard La Starette?
I have not. My schedule has been quite busy until recently. I'm filming a adaptation of a famous book in Vermeers here in a couple months, but my schedule is free, and I would like to visit your establishment.
Well, what night works best for you?
Whenever this new band is playing, hopefully.
Well, they start at the end of this month, so how about, I will talk to your producer and get your information. I'd like to listen to the rest of their show, but,
Of course.
I will send you an invitation. Show it to the boatman, and, your luggage will be taken care of.
Thank you. My new, I hope I can say, friend. Very well, and I nod to Maria as well.
And she
the bodyguard,
she smiles a
tip my
very, almost seductive smile.
I don't like that, but okay. I am famous. But no, I'm gonna nod to her, take that in, and then nod to the bodyguard as well, and then head off. And I can still exist in this establishment outside of that, right? And grab a drink.
Yeah.
Just to make it not seem. Everything I was doing, I would want to make seem like I didn't come here to meet him.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right. It's kind of just take the lay of the land and just enjoy your space.
Throw off the scent.
Yeah.
So 2 shots down and the heist is beginning. On the night of, we have Walt Rizzney being invited. We have Jag Harrison being invited. Already aboard are Zinthar Goldbeak and Catherine Lichefield. And so, a night of thievery begins. And that is where we're going to end tonight's episode of A Meed for Thieves of Drunk Nerds and Dragons.
Yeah, baby. Hell yeah.
See you in the next one. We'll be wearing the same clothes.
I should have taken my shot. I should have used it for that session.
Yeah, I'm about to pour me another.